Oh, I'm live already, am I? Or at least that's what it's telling me. Peachy. Make sure the video's coming through. Yes. Wonderful. Hello, everybody. My name's Caleb Tuma. We're gonna play some more Valhalla. Continuing the adventure of Jill's life being really rubbish at the moment, apparently. Load. Let's see, where were we? There. Day 10. Alrighty, look at us. We smiled a bit at a cutesy poster. That's a good thing. I like smiling at cutesy posters. Hi, Angie. How are you doing today? I'm back to the bartending thing for now. I'm going to keep playing all my other stuff, but I wanted some variants, as it were. Noises? That was a noise. I think it's just the music. Anyway, cool. Let's take a look at our phone. Let's take a look at the news. Something important's happening. Oh, Kira Mickey's encore concert got announced. Good. Fans of the famous cyber idol Kira Mickey are in for a huge party, all thanks to the announcement of a second concert in Glitch City's Silver Thunder Superdome. I'm so excited to extend my visit, declared the cyber idol during an interview. Tickets are now up for sale and expected to disappear in a matter of minutes, so be quick to secure the best spots so you can get tickets from the following retailers. Idol Hell, my favorite retailer. Good for her, I agree. And I have a feeling this means that we're going to be bumping into Miss Mickey again. I would if I could, but it's not giving me the option to click on the tickets. I'd love to. Also, I've got an electricity bill to pay, so I shouldn't be buying too much. But also, I couldn't click on them anyway. New act proposes increased surveillance. We have nanomachines tracking people 24/7. However, due to the violent protests that have taken place recently, Prime Minister Quincy is proposing a new law that will allow the government to shut down anyone with nanomachines in their body using a pulse signal. That seems like a terrible idea. Many people died during the protests, and that could have been avoided if we had had more control over the masses. Well, that's what everybody says, Quincy said. During a parliament meeting, we have the technology to simply shut down lawbreakers. It's a non-lethal way to end any kind of conflict, and it's common sense to use it at this point. When we asked about the possible negative consequences, Quincy refused to make any further comments. Yay! More nanomachines, it's all a smokescreen to divert attention. 66 American kid returns, challenges Giant Yusuke to a title match. Ever since Giant Yusuke won the GSF belt, he's had nothing but negative responses from fans. Challenger after challenger has tried to take the title away from the imposing Giant, but nearly all of them were injured in the process. 66 American kids surprised the GSF world by returning to action almost 4 months earlier than expected, and then challenging Giant Yusuke to a title match on January 4th at the Super Silver Thunderdome. This January, I'll become the champion GSF deserves, 66 American kid proclaimed during a promotion in front of 25,000 fans at the Kokoro Hall. Yeah. Isn't what super lethal? Nanomachines? I assume so. I haven't the foggiest, frankly. Anything interesting on Danger U? Makise releasing EKDV 186 update. Isn't this the greatest thing on planet Earth? I literally can't stop touching myself. That's how you know it's good. I'll hopefully still be streaming by the time you get back. In theory, this should be a longer stream, as long as I don't keep my lovely mother up too long. But then again, it is my mother. So, she goes to bed later than when Dad's not around for some reason. My dad is in California for some work thing. Such a high quality release. But why is the camo blurry? I think it's a regulation for the civilian models. Something's off. I'd be all over this normally, but I can't seem to get excited over this. Your shit taste is showing. Nah, I just think I'm kind of a I'm kind of tired of the same thing over and over. That's what happens when you consume way too much fucking military equipment and weapons. You know, as you do. Yeah, I think it's that. I better stop buying so many weapons already, or I'll never find pleasure in them again. Any word on the camo stuff for other civilian weaponry? They said they were going to announce more stuff on a later date. I like porn, you guys. Peachy. Okay. Kira Mickey post anything? Every now and then. Oh yeah, I think I read that one. Yeah, I did. Cool. Let's go to work. Peachy. And awesome, I got the list of things I wanted. Awesome sauces. Good evening. Are you okay? I feel like shit. You sure you should have come then? You're alright to stay at home. Shut up, Siri, I'm not talking to you. I have to come. I threw away everything I had in my life to be here. People I loved were pushed aside so I could enjoy my freedom of being here. My stupid, stupid freedom. This is awkward because I don't know storyline stuff. I love visual novels. So I will come here after I die, even after the bar closes, until my hair falls out. You're the one who looks like she's about to fall apart. Your eyes are red and swollen. Yeah, well, your hair is hairy. Yes, it is. Ah, who was the dipshit that changed the order of the glasses? It was me. I was the one washing dishes yesterday, remember? Oh yeah, I was too busy staring at my crumbling life and all that. Of course, this does sound a lot like me, doesn't it? Why don't you go home, Jill? You're in no position to deal with people right now. Go home, rest a bit. My ex-girlfriend died, and I wasn't there to see her one last time. All because of a fight I spent all of those years regretting and wishing to, but never actually apologizing for. My decision to assert my freedom and grab a hold of my life led me to this. A bartender strapped for cash that distanced herself from her loved ones for no other reason than selfishness. So I won't fucking leave. I threw all of that away to be here, so here I will stay. This is what I wanted. This is why I left all that behind. This is why... See? You're starting to sound like a broken record. Oh, leave her be. I'd rather have her here than alone in her apartment. How are you feeling, Jill? I feel like shitting piece of shit. Beautiful. Just poetry in motion. Yeah, that's me. I am a shit-eating piece of shit. I'm the lowest of any possible life form you might find. Nanobes look down to me in disgust, knowing they're far superior. You're spirited, that's good. Well, there's the mutt. Working with Sierra. At Sierra. I know what I said. In any case, let Jill process her anger. It's perfectly normal to feel that way. And here, she's surrounded by people that care about her. That's a lot better than leaving her to fend for herself. I mean, as smart as Four might be, he's still just a cat. Then why not have Jill stay but not serve anyone today? What part of I won't leave didn't you understand? I didn't leave everyone behind just to sit and do nothing. Fine, fine. What do we do if she lashes out at a client? That's why you're here, Jillian Pilskin. Who? Hey, Jill? What? I'll be in my office, but if you need a break or a hug, just tell me. See, the thing is, that I'm now realizing, is that I wish I could put the song I want to listen to. Also, that's a her, I think, if you're referring to the lady on the left. Last I checked, it was a she, but I could be insane. I do like my British voices. They're the only ones I feel like are kind of competent, but again, that's an American pretending to be British, so I just like British accents. I wish I could put, like, one of the songs I've been listening to all week, because I like them. Like the new Gorillaz song, Saturn's Bars. Oh, sounds so good. I've been listening to it on repeat and trying not to watch the video too much because it freaks me out. Oh, you already put on music. This is gonna be an interesting day. The Hall of Heroes keeps shining, brimming with, do I smell tacos? Wait, that's outside, never mind. Oh, hell no. Oh, it's him, isn't it? God damn it. Right now, most of what I've been listening to is a combination of, Stormzy, who's like a British who's a British MC, and Yes, mostly the song Roundabout, and the new Gorillaz song Saturn's Bars. That's been like all of my music. That and this random My Chemical Romance song I found that I kind of like, which is weird because I was not emo enough to listen to MCR when they were like a thing. So now I'm backtracking and listening to them just because, I guess. We meet again, bartender. Virgilio, what can I get you? Today, the luminous pollution on the streets makes me feel like it's almost a starry sky. And when I think about stars, I think about celebrities. Celebrities are fishy, and my favorite fish is the octopus. So I want something octopus-like. Aren't you gonna do that weird bartending thing? I'm waiting for you to order like a decent human being. I'm not following. Spell out your order like you're a human who is not in need of medical help. We're not doing so hot today. Fine then, I want a sparkle star. S-P-A-R... Star. Mumble. Sparkle star for the mumble. Well, peachy. And optional karma train. Peachy. Aged and mixed. I admittedly don't know enough about Cell Dweller, or Argyle Park, or Circle of Dust, but I have this very weird cross-section of music that I've listened to because I was raised in a nice, powerful Christian home and listened to Christian music for all of my formative years. So, all of my nostalgia bands are awkward Christian rock bands that range from good because they're nostalgic to not good at all, and slightly nostalgic. See? Was it that hard? Have you tried to spell under pressure? You look angry spelling, bartender. Are you having that time of the month or something? Oh god, dude. You just fucked up. No. I'm just filled with ridiculous amounts of anger, pain, self-hate, and... on second thought, you're not that far from the truth, I guess. I get those too, you know. Periods. No, you don't, boy. You do? Yes, last month I finally got over my renaissance and moved to the enlightenment. I feel like Circle of Dust, that sounds familiar, so maybe it is. When I was listening to that stuff, I was listening to mostly hardcore, because that was kind of what I was into. Project 86, that sort of variety. Either that or weird shit, like As Cities Burn, which was like wheedly, for lack of a better way to describe it. And here I was, thinking you'd get to say something serious for once. Are you implying that I'm not serious? Glaring holes through me will do nothing. I'm glare immune. But if you allow me to give you a sincere piece of advice, whatever, it's not like it'll help. You shouldn't kick yourself so much. If you keep it up, any chance of finally forgiving yourself will someday be gone. Self-hate will leave you with a hole that will never heal. So please take measures against that instead of sulking so much. It's actually not bad advice. I'll be damned, that actually sounded half sensible. And here I was, thinking you were just a pompous lunatic. Hey, pompous lunatics have stories too. Really? What story? I would rather not tell. Figures. You want anything else? Have you ever seen how the... a bad touch. Bad touch. Whatever. Yeah, we're not doing so good at the whole, bar side manner here today. But, you know, that's what we're here for. Good old eccentric chubby man. He's very eccentric and chubby, admittedly. And a bit of a pain. That's why I gave him the stupidest voice I can think of that isn't grating my voice. Yeah, I guess this is the one. Maybe he's right and I shouldn't be so hard on myself. Even though I deserve every second of it. If only I had apologized earlier, I might not be feeling this way right now. For those of you who are just joining in, yeah, I don't know. It's quite the fight, isn't it? I think Red Guy has it. Mostly because I can't tell if Blue is actually punching, or if he's just standing there. Anyways, yesterday, in-game, we had the younger sister of our ex-girlfriend come in and inform us that our ex-girlfriend was dead. And we felt bad about not repairing that bridge for ages. And so now we feel like shit. There's your backstory for you. If only, I can't even remember what helped me from apologizing all of those years. Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. Pride? Fear? Whatever kept me from going out and apologizing to Lenore? Can't even fucking remember what feeling kept me from fixing this whole situation. Can't I at least find solace in whatever feeling it was that brought me to this situation? Great. Now I'm feeling even worse thanks to not being able to muster whatever feeling held me. Is she okay? No, but just leave her be for now. Hey, Jill. Hey, it's Say. Hi. Eh? Oh, thank God. A normal person. I guess we'll never know now because Virgilio's big stupid head is in the fucking way of the TV. Ah, a mummy. No. I don't have kids. Say is too cute. Still more normal than this twat. How are you feeling, Say? My bones are still broken, but at least the cuts are healing nicely. Thank God I'm not someone that scars easily. I mean, wounds don't leave marks. That'd be a problem if I couldn't get scar tissue. What happened to you? Fell off 2.5 stories into some trash and rubble. You look better, though. Last time you came, you looked like you were about to collapse emotionally. I guess. You're the one who looks like it now, though. How do I put it? It's like I called you your full name, but magnified. Yeah, don't mind me much. I'm in a bad mood. Anything I can do? Please forgive me if I suddenly lash out at you or anyone else. You want something? My tongue's not so sensitive today, so let's have a beer. And you? Such a change in tone. I'm fine, I don't need anything. Let's make a beer. You know, the only way that you can make beer, by mixing a bunch of ingredients in a fucking margarita mixer. How do you have your beer? I don't have it any other way than this. Here. Yay! Let's see if there are any differences from the canned ones. And this one tastes less watered down. So, did something happen to you? I can't do voices today. I'm fine. Nothing's happened to me. People who are fine don't act like that. Oh, I get it. You're in those days. When it's that time of the month, I get a bit sulky. No, I'm not on my period. No? I'm dealing with the loss of someone, okay? Oh. Sorry. Don't worry. Maybe I shouldn't have come in today after all. No, maybe... You alright? I'm trying to find something to say. Yeah, I'm not so good at doing high pitches until I start squeaking! I've done it okay other days, but I'm not... My voice box has decided to abandon me today, apparently. Making a joke would be tasteless, and I can't say everything would be alright without sounding cheap. Fart. I'm at a loss as to what to say here. Sorry. Heh. Want to hear something weird? I was exactly like that when Stella came here on Monday talking about you. Oh. Well, ladies, I'm leaving. Virgilio? Yeah? You were just sitting with a Valkyrie. Really? Splendid. This'll make a good entry in my poems blog. I'd feel bad about the way I treated him today. Hey, stream, is something going wrong? I'm getting notes about dropped frames, and it's distressing. Why are you chopping? That's the question. Sorry, let's do a quick investigation to see if there's anything that could be causing this problem. Well, more than likely it's Chrome. It's OBS and... yeah, because OBS is telling me that I'm dropping frames all over here, which is unpleasant. Especially because I don't really know what to do to solve that problem. Well, let's start with this. And Google Chrome. Close all the windows. Just open up the dashboard quick. This is a very exciting part of the stream. I know. My apologies. Something weird going on with the... that better. Looks like it's stabilized. At least it's not telling me that it's unstable at the moment. Looks like it's stabilized to me, and I'm not getting any warnings about dropping frames anymore, so maybe that was just it, and the question was the silly problems of... okay, yeah, it isn't jumping anymore, good. Yeah, it must be. That teaches me for trying to leave tabs open while I'm trying to stream. Learn my lessons, you know? I feel bad about the way I treated Virgilio today. If not for the fact that he was being cryptic with his orders for no good reason. Like Stella when she first came? Oh god, it sounded fucking horrible. Yes, no, I mean... you could have given him a free beer or something and apologized. Yeah, I just keep messing things up with people. But you know, he seemed familiar. Familiar? Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, though. It just feels like I've seen him somewhere. Ah, well. It might just be that he looks like someone from some ad or something. So what brings you here? I wanted to come with Stella, so I'm waiting for her. Why here? To be with you, of course. That reminds me, how did Stella react when you arrived? She slapped me. Really hard. It worked. It hurt. 27 tabs is me on a good day. I've had days where I've easily had upwards of 50 tabs open, then I finally just gave up. closed everything because I finally realized that about half those tabs I was never going to open again anyways. Even though I keep looking at them and going, oh yeah, I wanted to do that at some point. She said, that's for making me worried and not listening to me, and then she became happy. Huh. Can I ask whose loss you're dealing with? You shouldn't be bothered with it. Just pretend I'm in a bad mood and call it a day. Oh, okay. You really want to know, huh? I can't help it. I don't like seeing someone sad. I just need to know context, not details. Someone to whom I said a mean thing to passed away before I could ever see her again. Does that work? Yeah. Sorry. Knowing I can't do anything helps me calm down, but... yeah, I mean... it's not that I wouldn't help, it's just... calm down, I get it. I can't contain myself when I see people in need. But I've learned that there are times where you just can't do anything, and it's kind of fine. Thank God I learned that, otherwise I would have gone insane ages ago. You're a good person, Say. Nah, I'm just an annoying girl. Still, if there's anything else I can do to help, let me know. I have broken bones, that doesn't mean I can't offer emotional support. Could always order another drink. Oh yeah, that. Let's do that. Give me something cold, please. Alright. Something with ice, eh? Too bad touch. It's got rocks in it. Yeah. She's a tough one, she is. She fell off a building, I believe is the story, but this is the cyberpunk future, so that's not as problematic as it is nowadays, I think. She's like part of the super police who are now disbanded because it turns out they were all corrupt as hell. She was trapped in a bank and escaped by jumping out a second-story window. Something along those lines, I think is the story. But she's a strong one, and so she's... yeah, nanomachines is probably the answer, frankly. You're probably not as far off as you think. It's pretty cold outside, though. Yeah, but I don't like hot or warm drinks. They make me feel nauseous. You know what cheers me up? What? Singing. Hearing people sing helps, too. They actually... there was a news story before today in game that was about nanomachines and how they wanted to use the nanomachines that people had in them to shut down protests, which sounds like bullshit, but you know. Nanomachines. Do you sing? I mean, did you take singing lessons or something? Nope. People have told me my voice is pretty nasty, actually, but they've also told me I'm good with the harmonica. So you play the harmonica. I needed something to do breathing exercises with, and a harmonica is a lot smaller than a tube. And I guess if you practice enough, you become decent. That's something I didn't expect. I hear that a lot. I don't know, I know I don't look like a musical type. I used to play the violin right until I was 16 or so. Really? Can you still play? The violin's at my mom's house, so I don't have it with me. But I guess I could. It's one of those things you don't forget easy. Why'd you stop? I don't know. One day I just felt like stopping. No deep reason behind it. Just like me and cooking. It almost burning my place up. When's Stella coming? Now that you mention it, she's a bit late. Let me call her. You do that. I'm gonna take my break. Tell Gil if you need anything else. Sure. Ah, breaks. At some point, I should probably pursue my dream of making a video game. It's one of about 15 dreams that I have, but I should still probably pursue it at some point. Problem is I need other people to work on me with it, because I can't art for hell, and I can't program as well either. Simply suggest away. it's now safe to keep playing. Stella and Say make me a bit jealous. I'm very bad at that. I have actually technically made a game, if we're going to be honest here. It's a game that takes... I designed it in 2 days. It's a rubbish little game that is made out of RPG Maker basic sprites that were there. That is basically about the fact that I feel like nothing matters in life at all. Yeah, I'm sure I did at some point. I linked a few people to it. It was a game. Yeah. That was me taking 2 days to program a game in RPG Maker. Yeah. I'm very bad at small scopes. I am the sort of person who likes big, grandiose stories, and so small scope is not a thing I can do very well. But still, I would need, like, art and sprites and things. That's the hardest part, is just getting somebody to help me with that part. Looks like you've calmed down. I still feel like kicking myself, make no mistake, but I guess I cooled down a bit. Say helped a lot with that one, though. I just can't stay mad when I see her. Speaking of which, where is she? I believe she went outside to look for that Stella girl or something. I can't even fucking remember what my voice was for Stella. I'm running out of voices. I only have so many pitch ranges and awkward voices I can do. The way you are right now, it feels like I should be protecting you. Hey, the only thing hindering me is a broken arm. I've gone into burning buildings with a 2-centimeter deep cut. Yeah, I remember that one. 1 millimeter more and you would have lost the motor function in your arm. Welcome. Ah. Hello, Jill. I'm trying to do something that's between French and Russian, and I'm failing at both of them miserably. I apologize, but hopefully you'll at least be able to tell who's who. That's what I'm gunning for here. What's this about protecting who? Yeah, I'm sort of like Stella's unofficial bodyguard, but I'm not really fit for such duties right now. Yeah, that makes sense. I should do that too. It's the scope is probably the biggest problem for me, is just not going overboard, as I tend to do. I want to do big things, not small things, and it's a problem. My father insists that I go everywhere with protection, so most of the time I only ask Say if she feels like going out. She's trained to deal with the kind of things that bodyguards deal with anyway. And she's more fun to hang around with, too. So I'm assuming that gorilla outside is a bodyguard? That's Buster, pretty cool guy. He played football professionally until he lost his leg in a demolition derby. We've offered him an implant surgery for all his years of service, but he rejects it every time. Well, he got used to the replacement he's using, so maybe it's for the best. It's a thick oak branch on a metal bowl tied to a stump. And yet he can still run faster than me with it. True. Do you want something? I'm fine right now. A brandtini, a big one. I'm in a good mood. Brandtini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. No. Sorry, I don't know how to make a big one when I'm already using 6 pieces of Adelheid. My apologies, Stella. I guess this means my good mood is halved now. Can't you make up the other half with the fact that I'm still here and alive? Can I ask you two something? Sure. I guess. How did you two meet? Yeah, I've been watching extra credits for a while, even without actually designing my own things. I've always liked their theories on game design. I've always appreciated their much more insider insight than anything I could have come up with. Even though I think the only thing I ever notably disagreed with them on was when they talked about fighting games. But that's because fighting games are a weird monster to talk about in game design, because they kind of exist in their own little world. And it's very hard to adapt them in a way that makes them accessible for outsiders and yet replayable for veterans. That's the biggest problem that fighting games have, frankly. Stella showed up in the park I used to play at when I was a kid. We played a couple times. She started showing up more and more, and that was it. Ahem. My father told me that when I was 5, I kept insisting on going to a real kids park. We drove for some time, and the park I liked was the one Say happened to be at. Have you ever seen a girl in a dress go to a muddy park? She learned her lesson and started showing up with more fitting clothes. But man, that's a scene I won't forget. So you two have known each other for most of your lives? I've known her longer than I've known my own father. Why the question? No reason. You two just look so comfortable with each other. Any other person would have sworn you were an item. An item? What kind of item? A couple, Say. Oh, yeah, I get it now. It's funny because we actually earned a mock prize of sort for best couple at Stella's high school. 3 years in a row. So you two didn't go to the same high school? Nope. Oh. Don't you have any childhood friends, Jill? Childhood friends. Can't think of any. My grandpa, I guess? What kind of man was he? Gruff. Kinda eat raw Bronson roots every morning? Around me, he was different. I have memories of him barking orders to my dad, only to turn around and play with me gently. It's interesting, though. He was my mom's dad. But after my mom and dad separated, he stayed with my dad. But yeah, he's the one that comes to mind when I think about childhood friends. Yeah, that's exactly it. They'd say they were super niche, and that was the biggest thing I remember, is just that, like, their attitude of babying the player in, when basically every piece of advice that they had in the show, I basically looked at and said, but that doesn't help. Like, you can play against CPU opponents forever and ever, and you can be introduced to all the concepts of how to play a fighting game, but if you don't go toe-to-toe with real people, preferably in an offline setting, but online can work depending on how good the netcode is, you're never going to move past just basic scrub-level play. It's just a fact. There's just not a way you're going to be able to make that happen. I was able to move from ultra basic scrub to scrub basically through force of will, and it was super weird for me, because most people, they get Street Fighter, they start playing it, they learn how to actually play the game, and then they go to an offline event thinking that they're good at the game, they lose miserably, and then the ones who actually stick with it, like, stick with it and learn. I was not that sort of person. I went with zero knowledge of how to play a real fighting game, and I just did it. Because I had been watching fighting games online for a while and was like, these are super cool, I want to play it. And I ended up getting my ass whooped for like months until I finally just learned how to be slightly competent. And then I reached my peak when I was playing BlazBlue. I can't even pronounce the games I played anymore. BlazBlue. BlazBlue Chrono Phantasm, which is a couple versions of back now. That was what I always consider my peak of skill, was playing Hakumen in that game. And that even wasn't skill. It's just that I got really good at predicting how BlazBlue combos worked and figuring out when to press the D button. And then I just punished my opponents for being repetitive. Which meant that anybody who could figure out that I was punishing people for being repetitive would beat me every time, because they'd just stop attacking when I would start countering. But that was how I was able to beat guys. Like, there was a guy who played Tau in my area, And we were always fairly even matched, because he would just lock me down and I would just have to wait for the, like, 2 points in his combo that I could press D and beat him. He was actually the first person I think I actually beat in a tournament. I don't just have bad fundamentals, I'm pretty sure I do. I have terrible reactions. That was always my problem, is that I have to, like, plan things out ahead of time. I can't reaction shore you or anything, and I was never fast enough to be able to do complex combos. Like, even in Street Fighter 4, a slow game where the combos are super easy, I couldn't do basic things like FADC super combos, or FADC into Ultra type stuff. Even with, like, characters I was good at, like Sagat, I couldn't do your standard Shoryu FADC Ultra. I just couldn't do it. So I just cheesed out with going repeatedly. See, I'm trying to figure out which of the various games that I know you play, Alex, that you're referring to. It's either Killer Instinct or Guilty Gear, I'm assuming. Unless it's a dive kick. I'm confident to dive kick. But anybody with a brain can be competent at dive kick. Oh, Vampire Hunter. Shit, yeah, that's right. You're really good at Vampire Savior. God, I can't even pronounce names anymore. Vampire Hunter, fucking hell. Yes, Vampire Savior. Shit, that game was fun too. I liked playing QB and just pressing buttons, which I think is how you actually play QB, so I was, like, probably could have been good at that game if I put effort into it. Because I would just do, like, jump back Bs repeatedly. Ooh. Hey, Jill, what's this? Bloom Light? A spicy drink. Tastes nice with the first time, but gets samey after a while. It's also brown for some reason. Give me one of those, please. I'll have one, too. On it. Ooh, Bloom Lights. I actually don't know if I really made those. Yeah. What did I do wrong? Aged on the rocks and mixed. Whoops. And I felt like QB had this crazy, like, it was either her air grab or some kind of a dash grab thing. I remember she was a really cheesy character, but I liked her because she was cheesy and fairly easy to just cheese people out with. I tended to lean into those characters a lot. People like, yeah, command grab. I remember I liked her command grab a lot, even though I'm terrible at command grab characters and always have been. I have not played a fighting game like in a real situation for months. I think I showed up to casuals up in the cities once to go hang out with the guys and get some and see whatever Marvel film is coming out. Doctor Strange, yeah. We were going to see Doctor Strange. And so that was the last time I've played fighting games competitively. I think I just played Street Fighter 4 because it was the only one I knew how to play. Here. I don't know. I kind of like it. Yeah, but after the third one, it starts tasting like sand. Spicy sand, but sand nonetheless. Who's dimming the light? Huh. Guess she had too much before I came. That, and she must still be tired. From the whole bank thing? She told me about everything that happened in there. To be honest, I don't think I would have made it in her place. I guess I should be thankful for the nanomachine treatment she went through as a White Knight. Treatment? Trauma suppressors. Basically, it helps with the healing process of PTSD. It's mandatory for every White Knight, regardless of division. Oh. Still, healing can only do so much. YouTube was like, here's a notification. What is that notification? I don't know. I know nanomachines. And if you look at Say the right way, she kind of looks like Solid Snake, but a girl with green hair and not an eye patch yet. So nothing like Solid Snake. For 3 days, that bank was hell, and poor Say is still paying for it. The disbanding of the White Knights and subsequent persecution of those who were identified as former members, it's unfair, you know? Among all the people using the White Knights to further their own goals. Also, gotta turn the TV back to red dude bitch slapping blue dude. You know. Say was one of the few that actually believed in what they were supposed to do. Paid off, though. The doctor who treated her wounds was the same one she's always assisted with accidents and emergencies. He treated her at no cost whatsoever. Oh, good karma and all that. She's earned the god's favor, I think. But you know, all that made me realize that I might be a bad person. Ow. When I saw Say, wounded, asking for help, part of me was happy. After all this time needing her, she finally needed me. I felt truly useful to her for the first time. How sad is that? Sometimes the best help one can provide is to stay alive. Who knows? Maybe it was the idea of coming back to you that helped her. And I guess you wouldn't be human without thoughts like those once in a while. Maybe. Can I get you anything else? I'm good. I should be leaving, actually. Say, come on, we need to go. My mouth's dry. We'll be leaving now. Yeah, she kind of does look like Meryl. I see that. I've only met Meryl once, and that's in the PS1 game, though. And so, she looks a bit more like a block with a red block on top of it. Feeling better? No, I just don't reek of rage. But I still feel like a piece of shit. Little steps, I guess. Hello? Ah, Kim. Welcome. I was afraid I'd mix up the directions and end up in someone else's house or something. What can I get you? I'll have a sunshine cloud, please. Sure. I forget what this girl does. I know she's a thing, and I know I've met her before, but I don't remember who she is or what she does. Put Karmatrine in there, on the rocks, and blend it. Woo! Ah. Here. Thanks. So how's work on the web paper? Oh, I quit. What? Yep. Went to the office of that chauvinistic horseblower and told him that I quit. Why did you do that? I arrived early to my meeting and I got some assignment. I spent hours doing it, only for the other bitches to come ruin it. After that, I didn't have time left for my supervisor scolded me. So I snapped and quit on a whim. Oh. Don't you have any second thoughts? Regret anything? I guess you'll always have second thoughts, even if you do what you want. Still, you'll think, what if? Even so, I was getting physically sick there. I dreaded the arrival of every morning. I even almost... What I'm saying is, I don't know what I'll do, but it's certainly better than being there. I feel free. Free. It's a wonderful feeling, you know? I feel like I can now find something I care about. I won't return to the augmented eye, but I can still pursue journalism with another outlet. I haven't felt like this in, well, never. Ahem. What about your family? They weren't happy, but that's for sure, but my dad took it better, but my mom freaked out, to put it mildly. What are you gonna do and all that? But I'm not here to talk about that. Give me a big drink, please. What kind? I don't know, bubbly or something? Big and bubbly. That's me. I guess I'm going to get her really fucking drunk. Okay. Here. If detergent commercials are to be believed, this will clean out my insides. It'll also kill things inside you. I gotta ask though, how did you end up working there? No deep reason. It's what I did when I got out of high school. Taking a year off was out of the question, so I went for the first thing I thought about. But I couldn't get into the robotics course, so I settled for journalism. Got tired of the job midway through it, but I couldn't bring myself to leave. Too much pressure from my family. Still a really common tale, I guess. Did you have troubles like those? Same story as you, I just went through the motions. From high school to college, never stopped to think about what I was doing. It sounds like me. Then at some point I just felt like my life slipped through my fingers. Also sounds like me. Suddenly all I wanted was freedom and a little pause to stop and take a breather. And my life went to hell for that fucking breather. Give me something. Something. Sorry, I just have a dry mouth. Anything will do. Alright. Let's see. Something... Let's try this. Let's try this right, also. I can't mix drinks today. I'm too sad. Here. Thanks. I feel like I asked something I shouldn't have. Don't fret about it. I'm just in a rough spot right now. What are you gonna do now? Honestly, I don't know. I do feel liberated, however. Like, I can do whatever I want. Study wherever I like, work wherever I want. I know it's not that way and won't be easy, but I feel a lot more confident than I did when I was out of high school. I honestly don't even know why they put young people who barely know how society works through that one. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Your mental health should be your priority and all that. Thanks, I really needed the encouragement. Come back if you need more encouragement. I wouldn't dare leave someone alone when it comes to this sort of thing. Thanks. Bye, Jill. Please come again. You should take some of that advice for yourself. I know. Let's call it a day for now. You need some rest. Yeah. Honey! Oh boy, it's fucking Dorothy. Ah, Dorothy, sorry, we're just closing. I know, I came for you. For me. Why are you hugging me? That's a good fucking question. Why is the Lilum sex worker hugging me? I paid her to do that. All night long. Come again? To put it simply, Dorothy will go home with you, and she won't leave your side. What do you hope to accomplish with that? Well, at first it was to calm the rage you had earlier. It was either hugs or a cold bucket, and I don't promise there'd be any water in it. You calmed down a bit, but honestly, I know better than to leave you alone for another night. At the very least, all the cuddling will give you an epiphany or something. That's some alien reasoning right there. It's not. You need hugs. Many. You need some humanoid contact right now. You had your alone time. Now you're playing by my rules. Please take care of me. Well, this is certainly going to be an interesting adventure of a day, isn't it? Yeah, we got enough money to pay off our electricity bill. Which comes in tomorrow. We got enough money. We need to buy a Christmas tree. Who is that, Lilum? A very good friend. Yeah, Christmas tree. Lilum receiving mysterious messages. Halloween was back in October, but this terrifying tale didn't become popular until now. Reports say Lilum across the city have been receiving strange transmissions with messages. God, I can't make words happen. That are confusing at best and threatening at worst. The contents are not clear, as most of the Lilum can't remember exactly what they had heard, but the most mysterious thing of all is perhaps the fact that Lilim could not record any of these messages while they were being broadcasted. It's almost as if something had blocked the Lilim from doing so. While we have nothing but anecdotal proof, even among our own Lilim, the mystery behind these messages is one we should be paying attention to. Spooky, or a bluff. Is Kira Mickey the biggest pop idol in history? The world at large is still coming to terms with the idea of a Lilim being so quickly integrated into our society. Some say that they can't be treated as human because they're immortal and such. And as such cannot really understand what it's like to be alive, but most of the Kira Mickey fandom would disagree. Anti-Lilim people are insane. To me, Mickey knows more about life than I do. And I'm older than this damn city, Richard Show, 55, told the Admanted Eye during a fan gathering. I'm with Richard, added Nacho, 6. I may be a dog, but I'm utterly fascinated with the way she writes about things in her blog. She's impressed by everything, and nobody really knows what life's about anyway. Nacho the dog. Quincy studies the possibility of allowing imports. Glitch City is one of the few places on Earth that's strictly self-sufficient with an import rate of only 0.8%. However, that might change due to recent shortages across the city. Prime Minister Quincy revealed this morning that the government plans have a more lax policy for importers. We won't lift the currency control, but we can provide them with foreign currency at a low fixed rate. That way, we can secure essential items at affordable prices, Quincy said. Is it? What are you doing, stream? I'm getting good messages off of my thing, at least right now, so here's to hoping that's gonna stay that way. The light on my thing is green and not red. That's a positive thing in my book at the moment, but I'll try to keep an eye on it so that if it gets choppy, I'll solve that issue, whatever it is. Could be one of a number of things, really. I didn't restart my computer before doing this one, which I usually do, so. Some experts say that private companies are no longer working at full capacity, which is unsurprising news, given that the Quincy government has seized most of them, resulting in the shortage crisis in the first place. Monster Girlfriend Chirari can't stop playing this game. Gorgeous graphics, innovative and addictive battle system, fun dating minigames, cute girls, that fucking music. Is this the goat? I don't know, do you like the goat girl? I'm gonna marry a goat. It's an airtight game. It's an alright game. 8 out of 10 at most. Rating systems. Shit game. No, it's a shitty game for idiot waifu bots like you. I wish this waifu equals bad game meme would die. It's a stupid game pandering to idiots. What's there to discuss? Are we being rated by normies? Normies, fuck off. Fun things are fun. You're not allowed to have fun with video games. Hey look, we have a little Christmas tree. Got a lot of cool stuff in our apartment now. That's nice. Pet the cat. Okay. I don't know why I looked at that. Just wanted to. Guess we'll go to work again. Good evening. Gotta put on the bitch slap fights first. Ah, hey. How are you feeling? Lilim are soft and warm. Come again? You heard me. So, on a scale from steaming pile of shit to just sad, where are you? A sad pile of shit. I still hate myself. I'm still sad as hell, but how do I put it? The noise stopped? I don't know if I explained myself. Sorta, kinda. So how are things last night? Cozy, I must admit. Can't believe you paid Dorothy for that. Well, if you want to call that payment, I guess. I called Dorothy to tell her what happened to you, and she was really concerned. She stuttered for a second, saying that she had the whole night to go, and she couldn't just leave for free. I asked her how much, and she said enough to pay for the soda I'm having is fine. How did you get her number? I have contacts. Right. Anyways, Jill, if you need a second break, a drink, or a hug, just let me know, you hear? Thanks. I'd make you the same offer, but I'm guessing hugs from me are the last thing you'd want. If you'd need a bartender, let me know, though. Nice to know. Anyways, we have work to do. Time to change my song, I guess. I don't know. As I said, a lack of Saturn bars is making me sad, but, you know. Pick that one. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Heh, it's nice to hear that again. Did you say something? Did I? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, it's just you guys. Hey! Be more respectful. I brought my boss here. Aren't you a part-timer here or something? My other boss. You're talking to the great Nacho Tumbleweed Jr. Boss, I'm taking my break. I know what I said earlier, but you haven't even started yet. Shit. So what brings you here today? I wanted to see the place that my best soldier is working at. Soldier? Wait, aren't you the dog I served last Monday? Oh! It's you, Dana. Soldier, why didn't you tell me you were working for Dana? No, that's not Dana, that's just Jay. So I'm guessing you're part of this whole Sierra thing. Part of it? I founded it. we have Rad Shibe and Nacho. The best two characters in the game, probably. Humans have the best intentions, but they just don't get us. So I decided to create a place where dogs can be dogs. I know, we've got Big Boss, and we also have the best representation I think we're going to get of Revolver Ocelot in a dog form. I do not know much about Revolver Ocelot, admittedly, but he has the same glasses as he does in Phantom Pain, I think. He's certainly more Revolver Ocelot than Otacon, so... Here, we can take in any dog without a place in this world. We created our own heaven on Earth. And do you take corgis only? Do I look like one of those safe-haul bitches? Of course not. I'd include other animals, but sadly I can only take care of those who are the same species as I. Oh, he could be Wash from Firefly, too. That would make sense as well. Sad thing is, I'd take him more seriously, but it's a talking corgi with an eye patch. Will you get anything? I'm fine. What about you, boss? Manly stuff. You sure? Did I stutter? Alright. Manly drink for the dog. Maybe I should just give him something bitter. Give him something that's both. Boom. Gut punch. Throw in some Carmetry just to make it good. Ooh, I failed. That is always how he seems to me whenever I've seen bits from Phantom Pain. But I still haven't played it, because I still, intend to play the other games at some point. Which is one of those things I'm gonna do. I've got 3 series that I'm planning to play through on my more playthrough-oriented channel, now that I'm moving over to it. One of them is Metal Gear, the other 2 are Silent Hill and Mega Man Battle Network, which ranges from the series I like a lot, but I never play, the series that I have played completely and I adore because it's nostalgia city for me, and Metal Gear Solid, which has nanomachines in it. And that's about 90% of why I want to play it. Here. Yes, this is just what I wanted. Bleh! This tastes worse than my own butt! Hey, you asked for it. This is a really nice place, you know? You picked a good place to work at, soldier. Thanks. Does he really get paid? Your efforts to keep Sarah afloat will not go to waste. We'll make her better and better. I mean, we're pretty much on the verge of closing. Can Boss really afford that? We have more urgent matters at hand, though, like the fact we haven't enough balls for everyone. Can't they just share the ones we have? You fool! Every dog has a right to his own ball. If we can't provide even that, then what's the point of even trying? Wait, don't tell me she just doesn't give a fuck and is spending all their money like water. I mean, what with a bar closing and all that? But many have enjoyed the boxes more than they do the balls. That's a good point. What do you think is cheaper, a box of balls or a box of boxes? Are there boxes of boxes? Of course there are. How do you think they ship boxes? Tied together? Tied together? Don't be silly. Unless she's paying him straight from her pocket. Boss is that kind of woman. This world is filled with all sorts of recursive madness, you know? Doctors consult doctors. Boxes and boxes. Bottles come in bottles. Ooh, as expected from you, boss. Wait, that theory only works assuming she's actually paying him with money. For all I know, she might be paying with stakes. So tomorrow you're gonna check for people selling boxes, you hear? Sir, yes, sir. Except that with boths, a good steak's more valuable than money. Wait, what if they come with foil? Rosenstrass has to be taken to a vet because he ate foil a piece of cheese came in. Curses, you're right. We need a contingency plan. Besides, boss is not one to scam people, let alone a dog. I wonder if we can strike a deal with the vet those sci-fi bastards have. She's always so nice with us. I know, her smile is so cute too. So it's better that we have a vet for a vet? Yes, put that on the list. Ah, Nacho. Oh yeah, I forgot she knew the dog. Are you staying for a while? I was just passing by. I've got some errands to run. Great. Gil can go with you. I can? You will. I'll still get paid for today, right? That depends on Nacho's evaluation. Alright, Greenhorn. Let's get going. Oh, I'm paying him anyways, by the way. I just wanted to mess around with him. No, that's not the problem here. Why make him do that? Gil looked like he needed to take a good break, and he's not the kind to just accept that sort of thing. But with Nacho, he'd have something to do. He'd to be away from the bar for a bit. When you put it that way. Anyways, I'm going back to my office. Your boss sure is nice. Glad I'm working for her, too. Yeah. So, you having anything? Actually, I'm just gonna go sit over there and be on standby. Await orders. Okay. Shit, I missed the chance to ask how or even if he gets paid with money. Man, I sure need to get wasted. I failed to see how getting wasted will make you feel better. Sheba! For fuck's sake, you piece of scrap. We just got out of the building full of dogs. But this one has a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. Hey there, robot. And he talks. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey, Jill. Give me a beer, will you? Gotcha. Does Deal want anything? Okay, roll! Sir, yes, sir! So cute. He's fine. Just a beer, then. Friday after work isn't just beer, though. It's the beer. Can't argue with that. So, this is, for me, how I got into video games. When I was a kid, my parents bought me my parents or I, or some combination of us, bought a Game Boy Color. And for it, I had a bunch of sports games, and that was the majority of what I played because I was a sports. I was big on sports. I've always been big into competitive stuff, so I liked sports games. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And I really liked them. And then eventually I got myself an SP, and it was great. And then a friend of mine just like kind of randomly asked out of the blue. He was like, hey, I'm stuck in this video game. You want to just borrow it, start fresh, just go at it? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And it was Mega Man 5. So that's the one I have like the most nostalgic connection to, because it was really the first real video game I got into. I have such fond memories. Weirdly specific memories, too. I remember specifically laying on my bed, listening to Modest Yahoo, this random, like, Jewish rapper that I got into when I was a kid, because I couldn't get into much secular music, and the closest I could get to not Christian rap was a freaking Jewish rapper who did pseudo dancehall stuff, which was great. I still like that songs off that album, because, again, super nostalgia fodder for me. And, oh man, I loved playing that. I loved playing that game so much. I have the entire series of Mega Man Battle Network, including like everything that was released in English. I have all of the bad ones, the awkward side game that's terrible, but I like because it's dumb. I have all of those. Mega Man was like the first fandom I got into when I was online as well. I was an editor at a Mega Man wiki, which, ironically, if I ever did talk to my therapist about something from the internet days, it would be that, because I made some stupid fucking mistakes because I was fucking 16 and on the internet, being put in a position of power that I did not deserve and was not prepared for. I fucked up everything, frankly. And so, I have a massive fear of authority. Like, me being an authority scares the shit out of me. But that's the story for another day. Here, let's make it special. Yeah. Cheers. Hey, Jill. Do you like beer? The amount of beer cans in my apartment is becoming a problem, actually. I had this friend back in high school who made pretty nice crafts with them. I'm still in contact with him if you're interested. No, thanks. Last thing I need right now is more crap taking space. So, how are things up at Dogtown? Well, that Laura girl is stirring things up, for better or for worse. She's, like a rabbit. Nervously politically correct rabbit. Rabbit? Never had a pet rabbit? They're a nervous mess that gets startled over the littlest of things, and this girl is on the constant lookout, scared of saying something that might irk someone. But it doesn't have to be the person she's speaking with, even. She's got no problem in the company, but the other day we went out together and holy shit, poor girl can't speak properly. She pauses every sentence to make sure she doesn't say something offensive. She's a nice girl and sweet that she tries so hard to not offend anyone. But seriously, she tries too hard. You don't help either. That's right, I gave them shitty German voices, didn't I? That's what it was. Because that guy, you know, Betty looks like a human being. Deal does not look like a human being. He looks fucking terrifying, and I'm pretty sure if I saw that face in the middle of the night, I would just die. In a pool of my own poo. You randomly yell, "What did you say?" whenever she's within earshot distance. Yeah, well. It's just that she looks so cute when she's startled. Like a rabbit. It raises up the question of whether she's really like that, or if you're the one making her wary of anything she says. Well, why don't we test that? How? You go out with her. Why? To test if she's really me that making her like that. It's not like you can say no, you know. I mean, it's my honor that's on the line here. I want to prove that you're only talking shit about me. Even if you were right, you have quite the fixation on that girl. She's fun. Fun how? She actually reacts when I tease her. You take it in your stride, but she actually gets startled, squirms, and gets uncomfortable. How is that any good? She's cute, and her reactions are cute. But if you keep it up, she'll either leave or get used to you. You know, like me. Shit, you're right. I must save my teasing for when the moment is just right. No, that's not the problem. It is for me. And what are you doing here? What about the dog? He said he had to go out. By the way, he said his name was... Say, this Laura girl, do you guys get along? I wouldn't know. We get along as co-workers at the very least. What kind of girl is she, apart from the whole politically correct rabbit thing? Slow? She's the kind that does things so carefully that she does them really, really slowly. Really, really slowly. I can't deny that when she actually finishes stuff, she does a great job, but it's unnerving. She doesn't actually have to be with us in the building, though. She's more like a freelancer. Why is she there, then? Because she likes dogs. And that's why I insist that you two would make a fine couple. That's a really superficial statement. It's like you saying you'd be fine with someone because you're both women. Okay, bad example. May I say something? By all means. If that Laura girl really is bland as you claim her to be, wouldn't she be better off with a more assertive person? A more assertive partner? Yo, piece of scrap. She's totally calling you a pussy. She's right, though. Sharing interests and being compatible are totally different things. But then you're just underestimating the power of love. Whether you admit it or not, love changes people. For the better or for worse. Who knows? Maybe you'll become more assertive after spending time with her. Or she'll drive me nuts. I guess that's a possibility too. Still, why are you so insistent on me and her getting together? Because she's like a cute rabbit, so someone might try to eat her out there. It'd be a lot easier to keep her in my sight. So in short, your motherly instincts arose because of Laura. Why not see if she likes you? And you already tried to hit on her, didn't you? You make me sound like some skirt chaser. She's not into girls. How did you find out? I asked her directly. Of course you did. She seemed, giddy afterwards, though. I heard her muttering something about meeting her first lesbian. It was weird. Okay, enough Laura for a night. Refrain from using any "that's what you said last night" jokes or variations thereof. Please. Party pooper. Let's get a drink then. Sounds good. I'll have a bloom light, please. Get me a fringe weaver. Alright. Like a bloom light and a fringe weaver. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. On the rocks and mixed. What? I did it again. Did the exact same thing that I did wrong last time. I'm impressively bad. Aged and on the rocks. And a fringe weaver. Oops. 1 Adelheid. And 9 Karmatrines. Aged and mixed. Here you go. I wonder why it's called a Bloomlight. Seems like it was first developed at some video games event. The creator said something about making those attendees feel like their customers do. Said attendees were of course part of some big games company. Seems like the company always used too much bloom lighting, so the bartender there literally made them drink all the bloom. So it's not called that because it glows in the dark? Not this one, no. Come to think of it, did you ever change because of our relationship, Jill? In more ways than one, I guess. Would you say for better or for worse? I guess for the better. I'm too thick-headed to develop any new bad habits. Although thanks to my first boyfriend, I did pick up a very annoying habit of correcting people's grammar on the fly. Pretty annoying when I think back to it. So you were one of those kinds of people. As for me, sometimes I think I become more, what's the word? Cynical, jaded, bitter, tired of the crap world and everyone it throws down on a daily basis. Hey, I'm just quoting you. But yeah, I think I became all that because of this one girlfriend I had in college. She got me into the whole activism thing in the first place. How is that bad? We'd all go and protest, we'd start all kinds of movements to change, things changed. I've really got into the whole thing. But whenever I wanted to get more serious, I'd find myself coming up against a wall. That wall is an analogy for the fact that not everyone is willing to go that far. I found out pretty fast that most of them were in the full thing because it was a shitty fad. And not because they actually believed in whatever movement they were championing. Words. Wow, I'm just offending everybody tonight. So I moved from group to group only to find people were in it because of a fad. And when they were not in it because of a passing fad, they were of the dangerous extremist kind. My tolerance for people's shit was greatly diminished after all that. So it wasn't so much the person you had a relationship with, but rather other people. You seriously never thought about it that way. You need to stop putting the blame out for what you do on past relationships. Whatever. Where's the other guy, by the way? He had to escort one of the dogs outside. Figures. Oh yeah, the one that was here asked if you were the nice vet lady who works at the Cyberpunk toy company. I suppose he's interested in talking to you or something. Why didn't he do it then? I don't know. You've been doing a few jobs on the side, haven't you? The pay from the dogs isn't enough to keep up with the mounting debts. I don't know how you do it. It's hard to believe dogs pay you at all. But this is coming from someone working at a place that pays a dog for doing fuck all. Or at least I think we're paying him. I'm not completely certain we do. Will you get anything else? Well, we're fine, but we have to get up early tomorrow, and by we, I really mean her. She got invited to a picnic, and I won't stand to hear another had to go to a picnic with the hangover story. Fine. Let's go then. See ya, Jill. Bye. Please come again. Man, you're such a party pooper. You'll be the party pooper tomorrow if you keep drinking. Boss, I'll take my break. Call me if someone comes. Alright. Now hopefully I can get out of my terrible German accent and slide into whatever next accent I do. Probably Irish if I don't know the person, just because I feel like doing an Irish accent. Oi, me laddie. I'm a fucking terrible person. Save. It's now safe to keep playing. Man, I was so worried. I'm so glad that I've been able to figure out that it's safe to keep fucking playing. Yay! Cowboy Bebop. No dogs in sight. New song. And what I'm going to mention every time I do these is not Saturn bars. Peace out, Alex. Have a good sleeps and the good works. Do work good. I don't work in the AM. I finally got a job, and so I've been working this past week, and it's been weird because I haven't had a job for a few months. And so, most of the time, frankly, I'm just terrified of working because I've had enough bad experiences that I have tons of anxiety. Yeah. What was that? Yo, Ninja Dude. Ninja Dude. Back to work. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey there, Alma. She seems down. Maybe there's something I can give her to cheer her up. You're asking me to remember what she likes? I feel like she likes branded teenies. Can't remember. Hey. And this? It's on me. Drink. So you at least change your expression. Why not say you're worried about me? You got the message anyway, didn't you? So, how is it? A Brantini! So you do pay attention to what I ask for. You have quite the fixation with Brantinis. To be honest, they suit you. Hey, want to hear a silly story? Always. When I turned 21, my dad and I went to a bar to celebrate. Just me and him. He told me to dress well enough that he looked like my sugar daddy. It was a fun night. We pretended at times we were dating. I managed to blow off some steam about my mom. But the highlight was him ordering a Brantini for me. I've had plenty of drinks and got wasted many times since I was 15, but that drink was different. It wasn't about getting drunk. The drink itself was the pleasure. He too said they suited me somehow. Oh, ever since that day, he's called me Brantini Girl from time to time. Your dad sounds like a cool guy. You should meet him sometime. So why are you deflating? Deflating? When I got sad and started sighing repeatedly, my grandpa would warn me that I would start deflating like an old tire if I kept it up. So what is it? The news about people dressing in bunny suits after the whole Alice Rabbit boom? Nah, that is old news. I mean, it is a problem, but such a thing would only annoy me. Say, Jill, how's your mood right now? I don't want to ruin it by blowing off all of my stored steam. Silly Alma, I've been feeling like utter shit for the last couple of days. You can't make me feel worse. So go ahead, unwind all of your worries on me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so, remember my sister Diana? The one that separated from her husband and forgot her kids while fucking her way around or something? Perfect summary. I'll use it next time. I didn't tell you the whole story then. More specifically, she threw her husband out after months of abuse. Oh. However, that woman is incapable of getting a job and maintaining herself, and I mean that. She never thinks of selling some stuff or trying to earn bread. She just expects a guy to do it all for her. I have no idea why she turned out like that. Both my mom and my dad were hard workers. They even started a small shop to have something to do after retirement. Huh. So, what does this fully capable woman do a couple of weeks later? Why, bring her abusive husband back, of course. What? Yeah, and the guy spent a couple of days with her before leaving again. He had a nice couple of hot, steamy nights and then left. Oh, he reacted like my little brother and sister after doing that. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. So she's broke, can't even get enough for a bus. Even though she'd probably be glad to sell her ass just to get money. And it was up to me to pick her up. For the last couple of days, she left her kids with my parents. And being such sweet angels, they've made a mess out of the whole place. Bernardo and Ava are actually staying with me for a couple of days to give them some peace. But it doesn't help that I never got along with Diana. So we're in the car and she asks how our kids are. And of course, after all the built-up tension, I just exploded. First, I started ranting about how our kids are growing up, seeing some messed up stuff. I start scolding her about not taking responsibility, about not taking proper care of her children. I tell her that she's in no place to have all those escapades, and after all that, she just says, "What the hell do you know? You don't have any kids." Yeah, you slutty skank. I don't have kids, but I'm not broke just because I refuse to take a job. I don't have kids, but I'm not leaving them in the first barely familiar house I find. I don't have kids, but I'm not letting the guy that hits me on a regular basis back into my bed. I don't have kids, but I pretty much raised Ava and Bernardo, and they've turned out pretty damn well. I don't have any kids, but I'm not a cheap whore. Wow, goodness me. I've got an anime panel for this one. You know that means that she's really... Oof. Damn. I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. I love my family, and I put them above all else, but Diana is seriously pushing the boundaries of what I can allow. Any way I can help? You just did. Eh? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not one to let stuff like that get to me. I'm still angry as hell, though, and I couldn't just discuss this with any of my family members. I can't tell my mom your daughter is a slut. I just needed to get all of this off my chest, you know? Well, from what I can see, there's still a lot more to get off your chest. It's swollen as fuck. Nah, all you see here is filled with loves and dreams. Is everyone in your family as busty as you? The worst offender is my dad, actually. Kidding. I guess I'm the only one that didn't get the big boobs gene as Ava. She insists on getting surgery or genetic treatment, but I tell her she's fine the way she is. These can actually be more of a hassle than a blessing. And poor Bernardo, his breasts actually started growing when he was 8. I just hope I didn't take too much from my mother's side of the family. My father's sisters still look quite young, but when menopause hit, my mother lost her looks quite quickly. Any good genes you got from your family, Jill? Good enough skin and hair, I guess. There's a thing about shrimp allergy, but so far I haven't had any problems with it. Oh, I see. Hey, you know what worries me most about the whole Diana situation? How your nephews are turning out? If she leaves them with my mom, they'll turn out better than her. Somehow. Actually, what worries me is, what if I end up like that too? How so? If I find a good man and I settle down, what if he turns out shitty? What if I have a sudden burst where I want to live my life and end up like that? What if I have kids and I end up neglecting them because of all that? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is an indication enough that you'll be fine. You think? I'm pretty sure. You said before that she was pretty much married the guy after a couple of months, right? Yeah. No offense, but those are the kind of people who wouldn't even think about all that. Besides, if any guy ended up marrying you, it's probably because he passed your irrational standards. Hey, am I lying? No, but there are things best kept the unspoken truths. I wonder if I'll ever find a good guy. You will. You'll know when the time comes. I sure hope so. For now, the time has come to get another drink. What can I get you? Give me something with ice, but alcoholic, please. Alright. Here you go. Thanks, I needed to cool down a bit. That's why I'm here. So you said you felt shitty the last couple of days. Why? Don't think too much about it. Oh, come on. You heard my problems. I want to help you too. Don't worry too much. Right. I almost forgot to tell you something. What is it? My boss is throwing a mega Christmas party this Sunday. You want to come? Sure. Something tells me this mega Christmas is going to be a mess at my parents' home, so I'd rather avoid it. Are you guys getting chicken? I can get one. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You can bring it if you want. It won't go to waste. Gotcha. Say, Jill, what's your favorite part of the chicken? Favorite part? I guess I like the legs the most. Really? I like the breast better. Breast is a bit too simple, you don't think? Legs have better texture. Maybe, but simple is usually better. Breast is easier to enjoy than legs, and a lot less messy. You silly girls. Boss? You're there talking about breasts and legs when everyone knows the best part are the wings. Boss, what's that? Spicy chicken wings. Where did you get spicy chicken wings? From a spicy chicken. You know, spicy chicken, the shop 2 blocks from here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Why are you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Why aren't you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Oh, because what? I thought as much. Your Armitage. Alma. I know what I said. Will the chicken you'll be talking about be cooked already? You might need to heat it up, but it's cooked otherwise. Great. I expect you here Sunday at 8 p.m. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be back to my office. She left the bucket. Want some? Don't mind if I do. Oh, mild spice. Nice. Weird. Maybe she got a mixed up order, and that's why she left it here. She usually orders stronger stuff. I've found buckets that make my throat itch just being near them. Oh. Say, Jill, what kind of guys do you like? That's a sudden question. I'm not too picky with guys, to be honest. I want them to be decent enough. Not jealous, not aggressive, responsible enough to keep a job. That's no good. Do you like them buff? What about tall? No tattoos or piercings, I guess. Never liked either. What about you? I like them well dressed. If they go out in iron shirts and well-coordinated clothes, they're sure to catch my eye. Some muscle is always fine too, but a sharply dressed males catch my attention faster. And yet you're still single. That's how I like my men. My potential husband, on the other hand, is another matter completely. I see. So can you get me a drink here? The spicy wings turned out to be spicy. What can I get you? Anything, as long as it helps me with the spiciness in my mouth. Okay. Age it and mix it. Here. Whew, it helped. Thanks. Alright, so next question. What kind of girl do you like? You first. Sorry, I don't swing that way. Sure, I have no qualms about saying a girl's cute or cool, but nope, prefer men in bed. Now you. Shit, just calm down. I guess I like girls with light-colored hair. Light-colored hair? Yeah, you know, like redheads and such. What about white? Like your boss? You were just setting me up for that comment, weren't you? Sorry. It's just that when she got here with a bucket of wings, your pretty eyes pretty much just started sparkling. Your whole behavior transformed. You became giddy, cheerful all of a sudden. Hey, I can't blame you. She's pretty nice. I just felt like teasing you. So, light-colored hair? What about blondes? Do you like me? Yeah, I guess. Let's say I'm into girls too, and I start hitting on you. Would you go along with it? Nice body, pretty face, and a good apartment? I will never let you go. Okay then, enough tangents. Why don't you tell me why you were feeling shitty these last days? What? Oh, that. I told you not to think too much about it. And I told you I want to know. Come on, Jill. You've heard my problems so many times. Now I want to help you. Come on, come here. Yeah? I told you to sit here. Come on. Yeah? What? What are you? Alright then. Now I'm the bartender, and you're the client. Hardly. The bartending station only works with me. I see. Okay then. I move this here, and holy... Now it works for you, me, and that dog in the Hawaiian shirt. Why with him too? He's a dog in a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Right, and how did you even manage to... Oh yeah, hacker, right. Now we've changed roles. You've been feeling shitty. Mind telling me why? It's a long story. I don't even know where to start. Start from the beginning. Okay then, it's something that goes back to my college years. Whoa, that's taking it way back. Back in compulsory education. I never made much of an effort, but I managed to get high grades. Even in PE, I managed to do well enough to always get perfect grades. And then, of course, I got to college. It started getting hard. I had this perfectionist streak that wouldn't let me fail anything. Burning my eyelashes studying, I eventually managed to keep up good grades. After about half of the career, I met a student teacher. Her name was Lenore. She helped me a lot with my studies. She even got me into stuff that gave me more credits. I really liked her, and after some time I found out she liked me too. Oh ho ho. We started going out, I met all of her family even, and... You want a drink? What? A drink. Around this time, there's usually a pause that makes you offer a drink to the client. There was no such pause. Please, I want to test this whole bartending interface. A sugar rush then. You can't mess that up. Right. Let's just see what happens when I give her a sugar rush that's full of booze. Here. Thanks. How is it? Like I said, you can't mess up a sugar rush. I have this gut feeling that with your body, you'd make a better bartender than me. You're selling yourself too short. You're cute, you know? People don't go to bars for cuteness, though. You're obviously never been to a cat bar, then. Besides, my boobs can be a hassle trying to move around this kind of stuff. So, keep telling the story. Well, as the career went on and on, it got harder and harder. The last year and a half, it became nothing but a study session after study session. Investigations, my thesis. When graduation ceremony came, I had to make a speech, and suddenly, while reading said speech, I almost had a panic attack. Failed public speaking. I realized I lost about a year and a half of my life. Tried to remember if I did anything fun at all, but all I could remember was studying and investigating new topics. I didn't even enjoy the majority of doing that. I was just standing there, and the satisfaction of graduating was minimal. I realized I had only gone through the motions day after day from high school to graduating. I felt like whole years of my life had slipped through my fingers. I never stopped to think if I enjoyed what I was doing. In fact, I never stopped. At that point, I stopped. I realized I needed a breather or something. Did I even like that career? It's all terrifying as hell. I needed all of my strength to not start running like a panicked mess. So, a couple of months later, I got an offer to start working at this big research facility. Lenora was ecstatic. She was so proud of me back then, but I was just scared. That would be my job. I'd spend my life expanding on what I did during that year and a half. If I had a sudden realization, like the one I had at graduation, but when I turned 40, I didn't know what to do. I sure as hell wasn't taking that offer. I told Lenore, and she freaked out. She confessed that she was jealous because she never got such a chance. Things devolved pretty quickly. She said one too many things. I said one too many things. In the end, I just stormed out of her house. I broke a vase in the process. After that, I never spoke to her again. Damn. I'm sorry. I suddenly feel bad for pushing you to tell me all that. Why are you feeling shitty about that after all this time, though? Unless you've been feeling shitty for years. I have, but it's not just because of that. Eh? The other day, Lenore's sister, Gabrielle, came to the bar. Apparently, Lenore died last week. Localized nanomachine rejection, a heart attack. Apparently, she had it for a long time, but never told anyone. And coincidentally, it got worse after I left. And I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if me being there would have made a difference. If it's true that she had it for a long time, why didn't she tell me that she was sick when we were together? I don't know. I just feel like all kinds of failure. Jill. And to make it worse, I also lashed out at Gabby. Yes, she was blaming me for her sister's death and all, but she's just a kid for fuck's sake. She lost her sisters, pretty much raised her on her own. And to top it all off, I suddenly can't remember what stopped me from apologizing. Pride, fear, stupid effort to leave the most awesome, perfect person I ever loved as a thing of the past? Who cares? I lost my chance to apologize to her forever. Truly forever. I'm such a piece of shit. A selfish piece of shit. I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't expect the story to be this. Yo, boob tender. Yes? Can you get me a big beer here? Coming right up. Big beer for Joe. Thanks. I need to remember to take care of the cans in my apartment. Do you drink lots of beer? One of the perks of the BTC-issued liver implant is that I can drink lots of beer without getting too wasted. Ooh. Hey Jill, what kind of girl was Lenore? Well, she was calm and smart. Back in college, I was too thick-headed and got riled up easily. Stress was my default state. So, just like you're behaving right now. Shut up, I was worse. Can't picture that. Don't, it's embarrassing. Anyway, she was always there, finding a way to cool me down. She's able to hold conversations about pretty much any topic. One time I saw her go from talking about video games to talking about sports. All of that variety while still being a hardcore scientist. She would always push me into social interactions. If she saw me by myself, she would drag me with her. Watching people is fine, but talking with them is better, she would say. It turned on. I don't know. Maybe it was fine, but I'm guessing I haven't been listening. Lenore would always present me with her many acquaintances as the girl I don't mind cuddling with for hours. And I'm gonna miss her. After a point, I didn't even think about getting back into a relationship with her, but she was such an awesome person, and I just wanted to apologize. And now, you know, in a cruel twist of irony, she's the one that made me pick up bartending. Oh? Back when I was thinking about what the hell to do with my life, I remembered a night we spent in a club. She started talking about how the drinks were synthesized, the chemistry involved, the reactions and all that. Everything sounded so fascinating. I remember saying that her talk made me want to start mixing drinks. She said, if everything else fails, why not take up bartending? Huh. Interesting. Are you okay? For some value of okay, yeah. It's just... I wanted to thank you, Alma. Thank me? I guess I just needed someone to tell all this to, and you were the one. You volunteered yourself. You insisted on listening. You stood there, listening to the whole thing from beginning to end. I know it might not be the most expressive person, but I'm not one to spot love and fluffiness, but I really like you. Maybe I'm just a bartender and you're just a client, but I really appreciate your friendship, or at very least your patronage. I really enjoy working for you. Jill, are you dying? Shut up! I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart here. Sorry, it's just... It's weird for you to get so... sappy? Well, I just realized that the saddest thing is how I'll never be able to make amends, and it hurts like fucking hell, you know? I never want to feel that way again. I don't want someone to suddenly exit my life and have my last memory of them involve something nasty. I don't want the lingering grief of having burned a bridge on a wind. I want to avoid that at any cost. If that means breaking character every once in a while, so be it. I'll let everyone know how I really feel about them. If I ever fight with them, I'll swallow my pride, muster all the courage I can, and be the one to apologize. I hate feeling like this. Hate it. Hate it. That's a nice resolution. Maybe I'll be a copycat and do the same. Alright, enough sappiness. Get back here. I'm on duty, you know. Fine. It's almost closing time anyways. It was fun while it lasted, though. Hey. Yeah? I mean it, you know. Thanks for everything today. Silly Joe. You listen to my problems and I listen to yours. That's what friends are for, right? Right. I'll be leaving now. Oh, before I forget, did you ever talk about all this with your parents? They know the basics, but I haven't told them about Lenore's death yet. Why don't you do that sometime? I don't know. I don't want to bother them with my problems. Don't be silly. They're your parents. They live to share your problems. You should try having a talk like this with them sometime. They'll appreciate it. Anyways, I'm out. See you Sunday. Take care. That Alma girl shit is nice. Ah, boss, did you hear all that? Not all of it, but a good chunk at the very least. Your expression changed a lot already. It did? You look happier. It's always good. Anyways, let's call it a day. I expect an even brighter Jill tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, boss. About those chicken wings. Fucking idiots, the spicy chicken. Sorry, Dana. We won't have enough spices for your order until tomorrow, they said. Is it how they treat their regulars? Call the manager mumble. Boss? Cherish titty hacker. Cherish Titty. That's what I'm gonna name everything now. Cherish Titty Hacker. Jill's power didn't get cut. Alright, an hour 50. That's like the longest stream I've had in a while. And that means that Cal needs to rest and go to bed at some point. As much as I love spending time with you all, I'm gonna do that. It's been wonderful to be here with you. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. It's been wonderful having you. VOD for this will be up soon. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, night, whatever it is. Hope you sleep well. Hope work goes well in the morning. I really do. Hoping mine does too. Because I need money, frankly. I'm poor. But that's a story for another day. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Night, evening, whatever it is. Bye.